Alright guys, so moving on to our next piece of news. Also, if some of you guys are watching us on our YouTube channel, you're going to notice that, and if some of you guys are listening to us through our Blog Talk Radio account, you're going to notice there's a difference in audio quality between us from what we just did a moment ago. And in terms of our videos, look at us! Tristan's here!
Nothing has changed.
No, nothing has changed. We're sitting on the exact same size that we usually do. Nothing changed. But
he's wearing red and I'm wearing blue.
It's the same thing as always. Now, what are we talking about today, Tristan?
The Bleach Live Action movies.
Yes, well, the movies, the trailers. Yes, because there's only been one thus far, although I imagine there'd be, if they do well, I'm pretty sure they'd do another one, maybe 3. Probably. Yeah. But anyway, so, Bleach Live Action movie trailer. There was a short released as well. We're going to put whatever we talk about in the description box below, because I sent you one originally thinking, oh, we're just going to do this one. And then all of a sudden, I found some other shorts that you were telling me, oh, I saw this one too. And I'm like, what? And then I'm looking down and scrolling down, and I see a bunch more.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about some of those. Before we began the episode, you were like, you didn't know how to feel, because for you it's just another
live action anime movie. It's like,
I don't know, man. I mean, it is, obviously. It is that, right? Yeah. It's like, Matt, what would you call it then? No, it is that, yes. But I think it has the ability to be more than that, and not just because it's a Japanese movie. I don't think that helps necessarily. It doesn't, just because I don't want to come off like, oh, well, they know how to handle their works better than we do, because if they have to cut for time or budget or something like that, they're going to do it regardless. And also, looking at something like the Fullmetal Alchemist movie, it probably was better than an American adaptation would have been, but at the same time, does it, look,
it doesn't automatically mean it would be better.
Was the Death Note Death Note adaptation in Japan more faithful than the English version? Duh. However, was it the most faithful? No, they cut a lot out. Right. They didn't even get to the later stuff. They just literally stuck with the first, I think, 7 volumes? 6.5? In 2 movies. And then the third movie was based off of the prequel novel with Penber's wife, Naomi Penber?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, to me, I don't think that just being a live-action movie, or just being from Japan, should really, make as much of a deal. And in general, I feel like, just looking from the trailers, this looks like it's going to be relatively faithful.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're probably going to cut out one of his sisters, if not both. Oh. They're probably going to do that, because they're going to have to save some time in the... I mean,
because they kind of come into play with Grand Fisher, which seems to be who looks like the big baddie.
But I don't know. Well, here's the thing. They come into play, but, I don't think it's going to be... I think Grand Fisher's going to be a big deal, but only in this movie. I don't think they're ever going to bring him back or anything like that. Right. So I think they can just have it be Ichigo's mom died, and that was sad for Ichigo, and that's it. In fact, it might make him more of a loner if they get rid of the sisters. I think that would be a problem, because then you look at the dynamic between him and his dad, and you don't know how that would work. But at the same time, is his dad going to be as bombastic and larger than life? Yeah. Maybe a little bit, but probably not. I mean,
to the
extent.
To the degree that is in the manga.
If it was a TV show, I think that they would. But I don't know if they would in a movie like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we got to see Uryu, we got to see Byakuya, we got to see Renji, and we got to see Rukia.
Yep.
I think I'm most interested in seeing how Byakuya and Renji interact with them, because from the trailers that we've seen, the way it looks, it seems like we're going to get them coming in at the end, maybe helping them, bailing them out of something.
Yeah, the fight with Grand Fisher.
Out of the fight with Grand Fisher. Or they're just going to, the second that they're done with the fight, go, good, you solved that. Now we're taking Rukia back with us.
Right.
And then that'll push the second movie.
Yeah.
We don't know how long this movie's going to be yet. At least if they did release it, we didn't notice online.
Right. Yeah.
It's going to probably, in my opinion, be an hour 20. If it's if it's a 2-hour movie, I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
Especially because I don't really see why this arc would need to be stretched over to 2 hours.
Right.
Because we're not combining episodes together. We're just taking literally one episode with, peppered in with episode 1.
Yeah.
And episode 16.
Right.
And we're making that a whole movie.
Yeah.
I don't see why that would need to be 2 hours.
I mean, they did make the OVA.
That was like 35 minutes though, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And that was only based on the episode, I thought.
Right.
But that wasn't based on like episode 1 and episode 16.
Yeah.
It was just a Grant Fisher OVA.
Right.
I say that as if Grant Fisher was like the main character.
Yeah.
Man, he really took down that kid. Good for him. But I feel like, so looking at the effects though, I think it's safe to say that even, I don't know how much budget this movie has. It's not like it has Avengers level budget though.
Yeah.
So, but I have to say though, I think it just goes to show how we've gotten, just in terms of tech, it's gotten so much easier to do certain special effects and stuff like that. And also cosplay. Like, there are professional cosplayers that sometimes look better than what I see in a movie. And I'm like, why you do that though? Like, why are you doing that? In this case, I don't think it was better cosplay necessarily. Oh, someone that definitely, or some people that definitely seemed like they were cut out, unless we just, didn't get them in the trailer. Every single one of Ichigo's friends.
Yeah. Yeah, didn't see Chad or Orihime.
Which, I would hate if they're cut.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what could they offer to the plot other than 5 lines here and there if they're in all 3 movies? However, Ichigo kind of needs his friends because that's the fucking basis of Bleach.
Right, yeah.
So...
And it would also be, like, Orihime kind of brings, in the anime and the manga, she kind of brings to the front, like...
humanity.
Well, the whole idea of, yes, he lost his mother and, like, today is the day, and, like, that's why he's off.
Oh, I meant in general, she reins Ichigo in with her humanity.
I mean, yeah.
Like, we're bringing out the idea that, like, Ichigo, no! Or, like, Yamete! Yamete! It's Yamete so many times. The amount of times she screamed Yamete.
Yeah.
During the course of the show. Jesus. But yeah, so Rukia... So you weren't feeling Rukia's actress?
Well,
Actress?
It's funny. I mean, I think her voice is great for the character.
Okay.
But, like, when I saw everybody else's character, I really got the sense just looking at them, like, yeah, you resemble, Ichigo or Uryu or,
Right.
But, like, looking at Rukia's character, and I think it's difficult because she is a little more shorter in stature, but she is, like, she's not a kid, obviously. She's been around for hundreds of years. Yeah,
but she was, I would argue, she was made to look like a small, childlike character. They make fun of that all the time. Childlike in the same way that, like, Hitsugaya.
Yeah.
Although Hitsugaya is more childlike, arguably. But, like, in terms of, like, other, stuff about him, I'm like, oh, yeah, I was, like, really like a kid. But her, I would say she looks like a teenager.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess it was just...
Her face, something about her face.
Yeah, her facial features. Like, Rukia always had this sternness to her that really, like, she wasn't just another schoolgirl. Like, like when they'd be at school in the anime, like, you could tell when she'd, turn on the schoolgirl act and they'd think, oh, she's just another transfer student.
I loved when she did that. So then, I mean, we have to see, I guess, how she'll act.
Yeah. Like,
I'm not saying you're throwing her on the bus.
Oh, yeah, no. Nothing against the actress. It was just a one-off thing just looking at the trailer.
Yeah.
Her voice, though, perfect. That reminds me of Rukia, so...
When it comes to the actors and actresses, I'm pretty sure she was also in Kamen Rider Forze alongside the guy that's playing Ichigo, who played the titular actor, the main character, the main Kamen Rider, Forze, for that season. So if I ever showed you that Kamen Rider where it was like a high school setting,
I think so,
with like the rap opening, that was there was a meme going around where like it was his character from Forze, like, because his character in Forze was about being friends with everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So he's like, I want to be your best friend, and even if they were like treating him like trash, he'd be like, but I'm gonna befriend you, and you're gonna think differently, right? So it was kind of funny to me because there was a meme going around that was like him looking angrily, and it was like, I'm gonna befriend the shit out of you. And
cuts off the hollow's arm.
And so apparently, that actor is now going to be Ichigo Kurosaki, Mr. Anti-Friend but loves his friends.
Right, yeah.
I love that, like, thinking about his character over the years, like, think about that, though, right? Like, he starts off like, I'm a loner. Ichigo, you got, like, 5 friends, dude. What's your problem? No, I'm alone. With 5 other people? You can be alone in a group setting, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But, like, maybe because I'm thinking about him too far along, but I feel like even early on, like, he still knew those people relatively well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Like, it wasn't like they were all strangers to him. What's his
Right.
name was? Brown hair, who were definitely getting him cut out of the movie.
Keigo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely getting the fuck cut out.
Yeah, he was always getting, like,
Yeah.
elbow dropped and everything. But, like, Chad, like, him and
Yeah.
Chad had, like, kind of an understanding. Like, they
Yeah.
went through some shit together.
Love him and
so,
Chad.
yeah.
So, speaking of some characters that might be cut, I have a feeling that they're going to cut a bunch of people out of Urahara's shop.
Well, we saw
Urahara. We didn't see
see.
anyone else.
Right,
We
you're
did not
right.
see any other person
You're right.
other than Urahara. By the way, showing him is great because, again, that's
Yeah.
just an extra little layer that you can add in there that if there's a second movie, which I'm hoping there is,
Right.
if this one is good, if there's a second movie, then we can, like, he's already been already been
Right.
shown. It wouldn't be some weird new character.
Yeah.
He's weird, but it has to be a weird
Yeah.
new character.
And I mean, he's also, Rukia's connection to the Soul Society.
Exactly.
Or, like, getting a Kigai and stuff like that after
Yeah, yeah.
she transfers powers to Ichigo.
So I'm wondering, because I'm just thinking of how this movie will be set up, especially from the trailer itself. I'm thinking we're probably getting, like I said earlier, even though it might have been shown earlier in the trailer, we're getting that, the destroyed wreckage city stuff towards the end.
Yeah.
That Uryu apparently, by the way, Ichigo knows Uryu.
Yeah.
Like, well enough to, or at least Uryu is like, nah, dude, by the way, I don't know about you, man, but I'm a Quincy, so I'm just gonna...
Right.
The guy playing
Well,
Uryu, by the way, really feels like that's Uryu.
Yeah,
Like, I don't
yeah.
know why. There's something about him. It's not just the glasses. There's something
Right.
about his demeanor that I'm
Yeah,
like, oh,
exactly.
damn,
He has...
you're Uryu.
Right, exactly. I get the feeling they might mesh together that, like, the scene when Uryu comes into play and he's like, oh, we're going to have a contest. And, like, he breaks the vial and all the hollows start coming out. I think they're going to mesh that with Grand Fisher appearing.
I love it. You brought him out too? I actually don't know who that is.
Right.
Is he with you? So then you think maybe they're
Or
gonna...
they might just have a mutual hatred of this. Of the
I'm
one.
wondering if... Oh, God, what if he killed his mom, too, or something? No, but I'm wondering if, for some reason... And I say that in terms of, like, in this movie, they make that known and apparent. I wonder if they're going to do the whole... Oh, this guy seems like he's the bad guy, and even though But it'd be odd because we know the manga anime, but, like, I guess maybe if they wanted to, they do the whole misdirection of, like, Uryu's the bad guy. And then Grand Fisher comes out and it's just like, bigger bad guy. Well, I guess the rival / bad guy has to team up with the main character.
Felt like that the first time he showed up in the manga.
It did.
Not like bad guy.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying,
people,
but I'm saying like it's gonna be bad guy. Not like I'm gonna eat people, but it's gonna be like a bad guy, not just a rival like Vegeta, like an actual.
Right.
Although, funnily enough, Vegeta first was the bad guy, so a bit like Vegeta, but yeah. But anyway, so Renji, I didn't think Renji would be getting that many moves off in this movie.
Yeah, but it seemed like that fight is a bit more prolonged.
I wonder if they're trying to. Maybe I guess I don't know if they're showing the best shortest parts to try to get us in as fans, which every trailer does that. But I mean, like as fans, I wonder if they're just like, "Hey,
we
Renji
know what's
fans.
gonna get you." Yeah.
Hey, Byakuya fans. Which by the way, Byakuya, he didn't do Senbon Zakura.
No.
But he also he to me looks odd in terms of he seems less broad-shouldered and his frame is different. Because when I think of Byakuya, I think of like second to third stage JoJo character. He's not there yet, but his shoulders are really big. He's not there yet. Tiny head, shoulders.
It's the shoulders.
Yeah, it's the shoulders. And definitely, you didn't get someone who is a bodybuilder. But I don't think he's not like he isn't Byakuya. Like, hearing him speak, it feels like, but I want to get more of a feel for him. I think the entire Kuchiki family were like, who are you imposters? The entire Kuchikis. But yeah, no, this is a movie that I think I'm more hyped than you. But I don't want to be too hyped because then I'll probably get disappointed. But I don't want to be too hyped. But are you... I mean, look, I understand most of these movies have been trash. Not all, but most. So you don't have hype for this? Or do you have more? Do you think seeing more shorts and trailers helped or hurt your hype?
I don't know. I mean, I'll probably check it out if I can.
But you don't want to go to the theaters to see it?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I would wait, like, if it, like, with Death Note or with Full Metal Alchemist.
Right, if it's picked up.
Picked up on Netflix.
Or DVD or something
Or,
like that. Yeah. All right, that's fair. I wonder, I truly wonder if Viz could pick this up, because I've noticed this. It's a sad trend, but I mean, it happens, right? It's it's media, it's Japanese media, foreign media, it's life. A lot of companies that are picking up certain animated shows or anime shows, they don't get the rights to their live action adaptations.
Right.
In some cases, that's okay. In this one, I only feel weird because the amount of words that will probably be either translated differently or not translated at all. If Viz isn't behind it, that would be odd.
Right.
However, as we're gonna wrap this up, what freaking if Viz picks it up, and like with Death Note in its heyday, it gets an English dub?
Oh.
How would you feel about Johnny Young Bosch voicing over Ichigo's character? How great would that be? Get the band back together. The anime ended years ago.
True.
That would be super interesting. Would you want to see that in theaters for general curiosity?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But I understand. And again, like, it's just more of a morbid curiosity kind of situation.
Yeah,
and if it's good, then that's good. If it's bad,
Right,
then you paid for the ticket and it made sense. But anyway, so before we wrap this before we wrap this news story up, tell us what you think in the comments below. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, I mean, heck, you can still comment on our Blog Talk Radio as well. And tell us what you think about this movie trailer, because, dear God, this is happening, and it doesn't look... Because when I heard about this, I was like, oh, no, no. Now I'm like, oh, that's all. It's just, oh, dash. And we'll find out. We'll find out on, what was it, July?
Yeah, I think it was July somewhere. Yeah.
But not this July. Can't be in like a month from now, is it?
It might be in Japan in July.
Oh, well, no, that's what I meant, though. Even in Japan in July, that's still nuts. Either way, we'll post the description box below as well. All right, guys, so we're going to jump back to us the usual way.
To be continued.
Do.
No, wrong one. I mean, Bleach does to be continued too, but not that way.